did I become a mathematician? When I went up to my school, like you come here, didn't want to be a mathematician at all, actually. I really didn't enjoy maths at primary school. I was rubbish at multiplication tables and things like that. So when I went up to secondary school, I thought, okay, my dream is to join the Foreign Office and become a spy. So I thought, Foreign Office, okay, that's all about languages. So actually, when I went up to my school, I tried to sign up for every single language that my school did. But actually, as I began to try and learn these languages, I got more and more kind of frustrated and disillusioned because there were so many kind of like strange spellings of words that you just had to remember, irregular verbs which just didn't seem to make any sense at all. So I got more and more disappointed with this kind of idea that I was not going to be able to join the Foreign Office. I kind of was already looking for a subject which had some kind of a kind of logic to it where everything made sense. Maths is something much more exciting, much more creative, much more imaginative. It's an amazing language for kind of trying to understand the sort of natural scientific world around you, working out where we've come from, where we're going to go next. It was a language which didn't have any irregular verbs as well. Everything made perfect sense. If I'm going to describe what mathematics is, I would say it's really the subject of looking for patterns. Trying to find a kind of logic and order in the kind of chaotic, messy world around us and try and find some meaning to what's going on around you. I've got a few challenges for you to sort of see how good pattern searchers you are. Can anyone tell me what the next number is in the sequence? 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28. 36. What's the next number in this sequence? 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. 34. So you know what the name of these numbers are? Fibonacci numbers, they're a very famous sequence. Okay, what about the last sequence? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. 23, I heard. So what are these numbers? They're prime numbers, exactly. For me, are the most important numbers in the whole of my subject. Euclid, in one of the great sort of first theorems of mathematics, proved that primes, there are infinitely many primes. So I'm going to try and explain this proof, and I'm going to use my football team to try and explain it. Our first season in this league, we came rock bottom under the Hackney Martians, which was really humiliating. But I thought, okay, look, we've got to do something about this. And actually, it was about the same time that David Beckham moved to Real Madrid. And everyone was talking about this shirt that he chose because he had the number 23 shirt. I thought, okay, maybe he chose it because it's a prime number, and perhaps primes help you in football, I don't know. And then I started to look, and Real Madrid, actually, all the key players at the time, they were all playing in prime number shirts. Maybe there's some secret, so maybe we can use prime numbers. So actually, the next season, I got our Recreativo Hackney to change our kit, and we all play in prime numbers now, and it transformed our season. We got promoted into the Super Sunday League Division 1. These numbers are our most basic numbers in the whole of mathematics, yet we still don't really understand them at all. And I think that's what makes mathematics exciting. It's a living subject, not because of the things you learn at school that we know already, but actually it's all about the things that we don't know.
Where would you say research mathematics is going at the moment, and how does it apply to things like art and music now?
I think we're in an exciting age, actually, where there's much more interaction between subjects. I spend quite a lot of time talking to composers who are kind of intrigued to find out mathematical structures that they might use in their composition.
Does the fourth dimension really exist? And if infinity doesn't exist, then does -1 exist, or is it all just...
Oh, gosh, what an onslaught. So I would say, you know, these things can exist as ideas and can be represented mathematically. And then the question often is, well, but is there a physical representation? These were big sort of philosophical leaps in mathematics to think of sort of things which don't have a obvious physical manifestation. I went to a state comprehensive school, so for me, this audience is very close to my heart, and I want to try and give the schools like I went to the opportunity to see some of the best speakers that's around in this country.
I thought today's event was fantastic. As a mathematician myself, to see one of England, if not the United Kingdom, if not the world's greatest mathematicians, to speak to the children and inspire them in such a way was truly fantastic.
I really liked his discussion of the primes, you know, that you could tell that was something he was really passionate about.
I found today's event interesting and engaging, and you could really see how passionate he was about mathematics.
I think it was a very good way to look at maths. It was very provocative for me. It provoked thought, so I think it was a very interesting talk.
I think it's a great way to inspire people to take up new things, They see someone who's been successful in their life, someone to look up to, someone who can provide new information that's beyond just the curriculum.
I think that young people will be more inspired to really follow up with what they want to do and their interests, and it's good to see somebody, you know, who sort of made it come back and, you know, inspire us all.
We depend on this next generation to solve all the problems that we're having trouble with, things like trying to understand prime numbers.
We know that A-levels and A-level grades help students get into university, but an event like this shows them what they can go on and do once they've left university. Someone like Marcus really inspires students to think about what they're going to do with their life.